Welcome to Lesson 3 from GRE Mathlessons.com. Hi, and welcome to GRE Math Lessons, the quick and effective way to dominate the GRE Math section. GRE Math Lessons is a complete program that builds on previous material. You can find all previous material, including our first lesson, at GREMathlessons.com. As a reminder, it's very important that you view these videos in order. In addition to our video lessons, we also send out PDF study guides and other helpful resources to the members of our mailing list. If you haven't signed up for the free mailing list, please pause the video and head on over to GREMathlessons.com. Welcome everyone. My name is Greg, and I'll be your personal GRE math tutor. In today's lesson, we'll be looking at simplifying square roots. A lot of people seem to have trouble with square roots, but they're actually pretty simple once you understand a few simple tricks. Remember, the square root is determined by finding the value of a number that is squared. In other words, the square root of 9 is 3. This is because 3 squared, or 3 times 3, equals 9. Although the language may sound a little confusing, the math is pretty simple. Let's take a look at a few different common square roots. The square root of 4 is 2, because 2 squared equals 4. The square root of 16 is 4. Once again, 4 times 4, or 4 squared, is 16. Now, all of these square roots are pretty easy to figure out because they're all perfect squares. But what happens when we have a more challenging square root? Let's take a look at our sample question to learn how to simplify square roots. The sample question is short. The square root of 48 equals. Here are the possible answers. 4 square root of 3, 4 over 3, 3 square root of 5, 28, and 3 over 4. The first step in simplifying a square root is to determine the largest perfect square that is a factor of the square root. Let's list out a few perfect squares. 2 squared is 4, 3 squared is 9, 4 squared is 16, and 5 squared is 25. Working our way from high to low, it's pretty clear that 25 is not a factor of 48. However, 16 is a factor. 16 times 3 is 48. Therefore, we can rewrite the question as square root of 16 times 3. Now, since we've already determined that 16 is a perfect square, we know that its square root is a whole number, 4. We can take the square root of 16 and move it to the beginning of the equation. Our equation now reads 4 square root of 3. This also happens to be answer A. Now remember, the GRE is always looking for answers in their most simplified form. In this case, we have simplified the square root of 48 as much as we can. If this problem was a little bit confusing, you're going to want to be sure that you get the supplemental study guide at GREMathlessons.com. In it, I have additional practice questions with detailed answers and explanations. Remember, the more you practice, the easier things will get. Thanks again for watching. If you have any questions, please post them below. If you found this video helpful, please be sure to like and subscribe below. This has been a production of GREMathlessons.com.